Hello everyone, it's me once again. I'm back here with another collection video, this time to celebrate the 27th anniversary of the Lost World Jurassic Park. Given that yesterday was the day of its premiere on the 19th, and the fact that the anniversary of its worldwide debut is coming up soon on the 23rd, I just thought it would be a good time to do a collection video going over every single piece of the Lost World Jurassic Park related merchandise and memorabilia that I own. And I've also got it playing on the background on the TV back there. The San Diego incident is about to occur. The Buck T-Rex is about to break out. So yeah, let's get started. We'll start over here with my copies of the movie on various formats. I have a lot of them. Starting over here, we've got the Lost World Jurassic Park VHS, which is really cool to have. Unfortunately, I do not have the one that has the lenticular card where you move it and the T-Rex bursts out. But still, I'm happy to own it on VHS either way. And then over here, we've got the collector's edition DVD, the widescreen version. And I really love this DVD. I think it's so cool with the shiny metallic silver. And those raptors are just, every time I see those, I instantly think of the Lost World Jurassic Park. They're so cool. I love this DVD cover. It's really cool. And I got this as part of the Jurassic Park Collector's Edition set, which also came with the equally iconic Collector's Edition DVD cover for the original Jurassic Park. So yeah, there's the Lost World side of it. Really happy to have that. And then over here, we've got another DVD set, the Jurassic Park Adventure Pack, which came out in, I believe it was, when did this set come out? 2005. Yeah, that's when this one came out. And this one holds a special place in my heart, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Oh, one of my discs fell out there for the original Jurassic Park. Yeah, as you can see, this thing has been loved to death when the discs can't even stay in their slots. But yeah, so story time. This DVD right here holds a very special place in my heart in relation to the Lost World Jurassic Park, because this was my introduction to the movie, this DVD right here, because the backstory is, like many kids growing up in the early 2000s, I went to video stores like Blockbuster and Hollywood Video, and we mostly rented VHSs back then. DVDs were still a relatively new thing at the time. And every time I would go in with my mom or my grandma or whoever, of course I was obsessed with dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, and I always would ask if they had a copy of Jurassic Park 2, because I didn't even know it was called The Lost World back then. I just knew it as Jurassic Park 2. And everywhere I looked, no matter if I asked or my mom, everywhere we went, they, for some reason, just never had a copy of The Lost World on VHS, or DVD for that matter. So I always saw copies of Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3, but never for The Lost World, which I thought was a shame. So when I finally did get this set on DVD for my 7th birthday in 2005, I was so excited, because I was like, yes, I could finally watch Jurassic Park 2, which I eventually found out was The Lost World Jurassic Park. So yeah, this DVD was my introduction to the film, and I've been a fan ever since. So yeah, that'll always hold a special place in my heart, because it was my introduction to the film. A lot of fun memories with this DVD set right here. Really love it. And then moving on to Blu-ray, we've got another set that is also very special to my heart, the Jurassic Park Ultimate Trilogy Blu-ray set, which I believe came out in, when did this one come out? 2011, 2012, somewhere around there, yeah. But yeah, this set also got loved to death, and I still use this set all the time. Every time I want to watch one of the original 3 films on Blu-ray, I always go to this set. Even though I own the film on numerous formats, I just always go to this Blu-ray set right here. So many fun memories with this set. And of course, there's The Lost World. Sorry about the glare. Oh, my dog's shaking. She's shaking around. Yeah, sorry about the glare, by the way. I don't know what to do about that. But yeah, there's The Lost World. And then you go inside, and there's Jurassic Park 3. And The Lost World is missing, because that is the one currently playing on my TV right now, and the T-Rex is about to break through the brick fence, and there's the little kid who should be panicking when he sees the T-Rex about to eat the dog. But yeah, that's the one currently in here. But yeah, lots of fun memories with this Blu-ray set. I absolutely love it. And I know a lot of older Jurassic Park fans always say that the original Jurassic Park trilogy is always best to watch on older formats like VHS and DVD, just because something about the grainy quality of it brings out more of the retro 90s, early 2000s atmosphere. And to an extent, they're probably right. It probably is a more atmospheric viewing experience, but I still just always go to Blu-ray if I want to watch Jurassic Park, because the trilogy still looks amazing on Blu-ray. So yeah. And then I've got another copy of the Ultimate Trilogy right here on this time on a Steelbook version, which is really cool to have, just to have an extra. And this one also comes with a DVD. So yeah, there's The Lost World on Blu-ray and DVD. Really cool. And then over here we've got another Blu-ray set. This one is one of my most prized possessions. If I could get rid of my entire Blu-ray and DVD collection and only own 5 things, this would be one of them right here. The Steven Spielberg Director's Collection, which comes with some of his most notable films, including Duel, Sugarland Express, Jaws, 1941, E.T., Always, Jurassic Park, and of course the one we're focusing on, The Lost World Jurassic Park. So yeah, this is just a really cool set to own, because for those who don't know, Steven Spielberg is my favorite director of all time. And so to have a Blu-ray set just dedicated to his films, some of his most notable films, is just really cool to have. And comes with this neat little booklet, and here's the section on The Lost World Jurassic Park with some really cool artwork, concept art for the trailers and the dinosaur roundup. So yeah, really cool. And then we go in here, and there's The Lost World Jurassic Park on Blu-ray. And then the last of the copies of the movie that I own, the Jurassic World Ultimate Collection set. This is the most recent release, I believe. And this has all 6 of the current films. And there's The Lost World Jurassic Park. And that amber logo is so cool. Most people know I'm not the biggest fan of Dominion. Really, I'm not a fan of it in the slightest, but I do love that amber logo. I just think it's really, really cool. And then moving on from the movies, we've got my 2 copies of the soundtrack. Most people have probably seen this one. This is the fold-out one, which is really cool. It's like a pop-out fold-out. There's the disc there and some cool facts about some of the dinosaurs seen in the film. But yeah, it folds out, and it's got this cool pop-up. You could use it like a standee if you wanted. So, oh, disc fell out there. Let's get that back in there. So yeah, you fold it out, and it's got the Parasaurolophus and baby Stegosaurus. And this one comes out, and you've got the Doe Rex, and this really cool Lost World Jurassic Park gate, and then the Tiger Stripe Velociraptors. So yeah, really cool to have that one. And there's all the tracks that are featured on it. But of course, it's not the complete soundtrack, and that's why I also got this, the remastered and expanded original soundtrack for The Lost World Jurassic Park. I mean, just look at all those tracks on it. I mean, just compare the two. I mean, oh man, got some glare there, but yeah, the difference is night and day. So many more tracks on this one, not just tracks from the film, but also alternate ones and ones that were unused and end up being used in the final film. So yeah, I think that's really cool to have that. You open it up, and there's the discs. And then this I also think is really cool. They dedicate the entire back to just every single individual who worked on each instrument in the orchestra for the Lost World Jurassic Park. And I just think that's really cool. I know that not everyone's, hardcore about film scores, or they act like music isn't one of the most important factors to a film. I think it is. And as someone who was in band in high school and loves listening to film scores and classical music, stuff like this is just really cool to see. To see these people who most people don't, most film fans don't even know, but to see them get recognized here is just really cool to see. And of course, there is the master conductor himself, John Williams. So yeah, really happy to have that as well. Have the more expanded soundtrack. Listen to that in the car, really fun. And then I've got one Lost World related game on video game, Trespasser on the PC. Some people may argue this shouldn't count as Lost World related merchandise, but I've always considered it or associated it with the Lost World Jurassic Park because, you know, it came out after the film in '98 and expanded on the lore, exploring Site B more and stuff. And look, it's even got the Lost World Jurassic Park logo there. So yeah, I've always associated Trespasser with the Lost World Jurassic Park. And then down here we've got the 4-issue comic book adaptation of the film from Topps Comics, which is really cool. I've shown this before in other videos, and it's a pretty good adaptation of the film. It also has dialogue and deleted scenes that didn't end up being in the final cut of the film, such as Ludlow's lecture and the boardroom scene. And of course, as some fans know, it's also got Ian Malcolm with his infamous 70s porn star mustache. So yeah, there's the first issue showing the little girl getting attacked by the compies, the dinosaur roundup, the Doe Rex going through the waterfall for issue 3, and issue 4 showing the San Diego incident. And this one always bothered me because the T-Rex should be green, not brown, but you know, whatever. Overall, like I said, it's a pretty decent comic adaptation of the film, and I really like the artwork in it. So yeah, Topps Comics did a great job with all of the comics for the first 2 Jurassic Park films. And then we've got this. Most fans know about this, The Making of the Lost World by Jody Duncan. It's a really great book that goes into a lot of detail on the behind-the-scenes production of the film. So yeah, highly recommend getting this if you're a big fan of the film like I am. Lots of cool facts in there and concept art. And also got this Lost World Jurassic Park poster book, which has a lot of really cool mini posters for the film. Some of them actually deleted scenes and production stills that some fans may not know about. Like this one right here shows the bloody mouthed velociraptor for Ajay's death scene. And then this one with Sarah running and shouting, "Isn't it great?" You know, that scene ended up in the trailer, but not in the actual film. So yeah, it's really cool. You get to see some deleted scene stills that didn't make it in the film. And I do plan on hanging some of these up on my wall eventually, but if you can't tell, I'm in the process of sort of remodeling right now, so getting new carpet and everything. That's why all this paint's on the ground. So yeah, once I get my room fully refurbished and move everything back in, then I'll start hanging some of these posters up. But for now, they're just in this book. But yeah, it's really cool. And then over here, of course, we've got the Jurassic Park Ultimate Visual History, which is a really great book. And this one goes into even more detail, even more than the making of the Lost World Jurassic Park book, on the behind-the-scenes production of the film. It's mostly dedicated to the original Jurassic Park, but there is a decent section dedicated to the Lost World. Here it is. So yeah, Chapter 2, The Lost World. And yeah, just goes into production, the behind-the-scenes production of the film, even more concept art and more insight into different ideas that were meant to be in the film but didn't end up getting used. So yeah, really, really informative for people who are fans of the original trilogy like I am. And then over here, we've also got something that's really special and unique to my collection, is a prop replica copy of the engine list that Roland Tembo and some of the others like Robert Burke use in the dinosaur roundup scene in the film. And it basically just goes over all the different dinosaurs that you see in the film, as well as some that weren't in the film but were present on Sorna during the canonical events of the film. So yeah, it's really, really cool to have. It's something that's, you know, a replica of something featured in a film you love. So yeah, it's got all the dinosaurs from the film plus this. As most fans know, if you know your Jurassic Park lore or know what they say in Jurassic Park 3, the Spinosaurus technically shouldn't be here because it's technically not on InGen's list. But yeah, it's still cool to have here, and I think it's really cool. But yeah, it technically shouldn't be here. But overall, this is a really neat thing to have. You know, it's just really cool piece of memorabilia from the film. And then we've also got this book right here, Jurassic Park Collectibles, which is really neat. It goes over basically the entire history of the Jurassic Park toy lines from 1993 to, I believe it ends in 2015 with the Hasbro Jurassic World toy line. So yeah, it even has like not even the film, not just the films, but also like the Chaos toy line that came out in 1998. But yeah, focusing on Jurassic Park, or the Lost World Jurassic Park, here's that section of it. And it just goes over all the different toys and merchandise that came out for that film. So yeah, that's really, really cool to have. And it's also just a great way to keep track of, you know, if I'm wanting to expand my Jurassic Park collection for any of the films, it's a great book to keep track of different pieces of merchandise that I could potentially find on sites like eBay to add to my collection. So yeah, really, really handy book to have. Highly recommended if you are a toy collector, especially. And then over here, we've got another book, The Dinosaur Filmography, which goes over many, many different dinosaur films in alphabetical order. Some people may not even be aware of it unless you're like hardcore cult movie fans, but yeah, it's another great book to have and a great way for me to keep track of, you know, if I'm wanting to review a new dinosaur movie or a new piece of paleo media, I can go into books like this and just dig one up that I could potentially find either on streaming or to buy on Blu-ray or DVD to add. So yeah, I'm trying to look for the Lost World here. Oh, there it is. Here's the section on the Lost World Jurassic Park. And they also give their own commentary and thoughts on the film. And if I recall correctly, they did not give this film a very nice review in this book. So yeah, that was a bit of a shame, but still, it's a fun read. But yeah, when did this come out? Trying to get that focus there. 2005. Yeah, so I'm not surprised given that date. 2005, this was back when, you know, it was still quote-unquote cool to hate on the Lost World Jurassic Park. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they didn't give it a glowing review in this book, but still overall it's a fun and informative read to have. And then finally, I am not the biggest Jurassic Park toy collector, but I have recently started to dabble in it a bit. I've got a few toys. I'm really just focused on the Kenner toy line for the original two films. And I only have one Lost World Jurassic Park related toy right now, but I think it's a really cool one to have. I've got Ian Malcolm with the launching smart missile and the baby T-Rex, which is really, really cool. And I also really like the attention to detail it has. Like, look, you can even see the cast wrapping on the baby T-Rex's leg there. And they also did a really good job of capturing Jeff Goldblum's likeness on this figure. Granted, it looks more like he does in the original Jurassic Park, but still, I'm just amazed at how much it actually looks like Jeff Goldblum. So yeah, this is a really cool figure to have, and I think a good one to start with because, you know, Ian Malcolm's my favorite character in the entire Jurassic Park franchise. So I wanted to have at least one figure dedicated to him, and I'm happy that I got this one. And it's got some more on the back here, and I love the production stills of it because that figure looks nothing like the one in the actual box. That looks nothing like Jeff Goldblum. The hair's wrong and everything. And same with the baby T-Rex. Like, why has it got orangish red stripes? That's just weird. But yeah, really cool figure set to have. Hope to expand more and add more Jurassic Park and Lost World Kenner toys to my collection. So yeah, happy to own that. Good one to start off with for virgin toy collectors such as myself. And then moving on to posters, we've got what I think is probably my favorite Jurassic Park poster ever for any of the films. I love this Lost World Jurassic Park poster with the jungle background and the T-Rex's eye. It's just really cool. I love this poster. Happy to have that and have that framed. Get that there. And then last but certainly not least, I've got my huge Lost World Jurassic Park theatrical poster framed, which I just absolutely love. And of course, you know, coming soon, and that infamous tagline, "Something has survived." Which, to be honest, doesn't really make much sense within the context of the film canon, because, as we all know, the dinosaurs on Isla Nublar did survive. So, you know, in the novel, it makes more sense why they used the "Something Has Survived" tagline, because the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park on Nublar were destroyed. The island was blown up. So the "Something Has Survived" tagline makes more sense. But in the film canon, you know, all the dinosaurs on Nublar survived. So it doesn't really make that much sense, but still, it's a really cool tagline in terms of marketing. And I really do love the Lost World Jurassic Park film logo, just with the cracked, rocky texture. And it's just so cool. And I think the red background suits the Lost World a lot more than the original film, because I actually prefer the yellow logo for the original Jurassic Park, but I definitely prefer the red for the Lost World Jurassic Park. So yeah, guys, that is my entire collection of merchandise specifically related to the Lost World Jurassic Park. It's not huge, but, you know, like everything else, it's growing. So I look forward to adding more pieces of merchandise and memorabilia to this part of my collection. And yeah, hope y'all enjoyed, and go out and rewatch The Lost World Jurassic Park to celebrate its 27th anniversary. See ya. Take care.